feel lucky to be here today to work with you all, the developer community, to help shape up the future of Llama-powered applications. My name is Hamid and I'm part of the AI Partner Engineering. I come from a research background, but over years I have transitioned into building production systems. So I have seen it firsthand how exciting and how challenging it can be to get these models into real products. Today I want to walk you through some of the tools and recipes that we have been building to make this journey easier for you. The easier that you build, the bigger impact it has on the world. Let's take a look at what developers really need to succeed with open models like Llama. Let me start with acknowledging a core reality. Open models like Llama give you the full control over customization and deployment. But as I mentioned, putting these models into production still comes with a level of friction. It's not about the model quality. It's about the developer experience. It's about how mature is the ecosystem and how reliable are the tools that are wrapping these models around. We have heard this again and again from community. Prompt optimization is hard. And getting the right post-training data for the model and customizing it is not easy either. That's exactly why we have been building tools and recipes for you to make it easier and faster. We have cooked up 2 new tools for you. A tool for prompt optimization and migration, and a synthetic data kit. And yes, there is a recipe book as well. In the world of LLMs, we are working with a mix of ingredients, prompts, data, fine-tuning strategy, tool use, you name it. We didn't just stop at the tools. We also built a cookbook to help you whip up the right recipe to cater your specific needs. Over the next few slides, we will walk you through these tools and recipes. Let's talk about the first tool that helps you to maximize the out-of-the-box performance of Llama models. Prompt optimization and migration tool. Before we dive into the tool, I want to share some of the feedback that we have heard directly from developers, because that's exactly what shaped up this tool. Developers see the potential of Llama, but adopting existing prompts between different versions of Llama, that's where things get tricky. It's not always very clear how to make prompts work consistently across versions, or how to optimize them to give you the best results. Then there is prompt migration. Organizations are moving from closed source models and they are often experiencing degraded performance when they copy prompts directly. What worked on a closed source model does not exactly translate well into a Llama model. Finally, we all know, prompt optimization is hard. Manually tweaking these prompts is slow, inconsistent, and doesn't scale well if you are working across many use cases or teams. This feedback is exactly why we built this tool for you, to remove the friction of getting the best performance out of your prompts and start with confidence. We are introducing Llama-prompt-ops, a new tool that helps you with prompt optimization and migration. Let's take a quick look at the high-level flow. The idea is simple but powerful. Take a number of prompt responses pairs from your existing LLM deployment and feed it into the tool. The tool analyzes the structure, language, and response characteristics, then systematically transform it into a version that is optimized for Llama. The output is a clean, effective prompt designed to match or exceed the original response behavior on Llama. This is useful whether you're doing a one-off testing or a batch conversion at a scale, and if you are a company or a developer who wants to migrate from a closed source model to Llama, or even if you are switching between different Llama versions and you want to optimize your prompts. So let's take a look at what happens when you actually use this tool. Let's talk numbers. In multiple production use cases, the prompt optimization tool has delivered clear performance wins. we have collaborated with SAP, a great partner, and across multiple migrated workloads. We have seen tangible improvement. Here is the first use case. This is a RAG problem we are trying to solve here. We saw up to 10% improvements with a Llama-3.8b. On the left-hand side, you're looking at the performance of a closed source model. These numbers means the real value. The better model output, lower cost, faster shipping cycles. And the best part, in some of the use cases that you are seeing, Llama 8b is actually outperforming the closed source model after the optimization using the same tool. That's the kind of win we want to replicate for you. Let's take a look at second use case. We also observe up to 30% improvement, again with the Llama 3.8b model, which could beat the closed source model again in this case. Here is a JSON information extraction use case we have worked again with SAP. And it significantly reduces the cost of the manual tweaking and improving the prompts. In these use cases, Llama performance post-migration even exceeded the original proprietary model, and we can see how much saving we can have using this tool for your workloads. But you don't have to take our words for it. We have validated these tools on public datasets as well. We have showcased the tool performance on Hotpot QA dataset. Hotpot QA dataset is a public dataset that is trying to solve the multi-hop question answering. It's not an easy task. And the results, we have seen over 40% perf gains consistently across different models. And we can see here like Llama 3.370b is winning the game and showing better performance compared to the closed source model. All right, this is the part that I love. Let's talk about developer experience. To all you developers, what I want to share is like to launch this tool, all you need is a simple YAML file. No custom wrappers, no heavy configs, just define your model source, target, and prompt sets. And what it means for everyone is this is a clean, minimal, and intuitive tool. The goal here is to help you move fast from prototype to production with confidence. Now, let's take a look at the demo video and see how the model is actually working.
Alright, so in this quick demo, I'm going to show you an example of using prompt-ops to optimize an existing prompt for a customer service message classification task. Let's look at the original prompt for this task. The use case here is essentially, given a specific message, return it in a JSON format. Now before we run the prompt-ops migrate command, I'm going to go ahead and create a configuration file. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste a template and get the original prompt in this configuration file. This YAML file defines the prompt, dataset path, model, and also metrics being used for the optimization. Now that we have the configurations defined, all we have to do is to run the migrate command. The time to optimize your prompt varies from use cases to use cases, but you can expect around 10 to 30 minutes for a basic optimization. And once the migrate step have finished, the optimized prompt would show up in the result folder. And that's it. We have optimized a prompt and can now compare how much better it performs.
If you are thinking, I want to try this, good news, you can. We have open sourced the prompt optimization tool and it's available right now on GitHub. The repo includes the documents, examples, and ready-to-run workflows to help you to get started, and you can use it either locally or integrate it into your pipelines, or tweak it to kind of cater your specific needs. And if you have ideas how to improve it, or you have use cases that we haven't thought about that, we would love your contribution. And your feedback helps to shape up the future of this tool. So let's build it together. And now, let's shift gears and talk about the next frontier, customization. You have migrated, you have optimized, now it's the time to make the model your own. Whether you are targeting a specific domain or adapting to a unique task or simply just filling the data gaps, having the right training data is everything. That's why we have synthetic data kit. So before diving into the tool, let's talk about the pain that brought us here. First, data scarcity. Getting enough high quality post-training data is hard, either too expensive, too slow, or totally inaccessible in many cases. Also, getting domain-specific data from existing documents like your PDFs, videos, or other data sources is challenging. And if you have ever tried to augment your current datasets, perhaps you have run into some of the challenges with privacy and bias. We have been working on a new data kit that provides you with unlimited, cost-effective data. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next few slides. It's privacy safe by design. You can create the data that mirrors the structure and the intent of the real examples without exposing the personal information. And it also helps with bias mitigation. You can inject diversity and balance directly into your training sets, which makes your model more robust and fair. Bottom line, this tool lets you build smarter models without waiting on data pipelines, clearing compliance hurdles, or risking the quality. So let's explore how it works next. So here is how it looks like in practice. The tool provides you 4 simple steps through the CLI. Ingest your HTML, PDFs, PowerPoints, and then create your desired post-training data. Either it's reasoning, COT, DPO, or instruction tuning data. Then we have Curate to help you to bring the quality to the generated data, and we use LLM as a judge for this. Finally, we save the data in popular formats that are easily consumable for fine-tuning stacks. Either it's a JSON-L or a Hugging Face dataset that can be used by many other fine-tuning trainers. So let me talk about a use case here. We use the synthetic data kit to generate training data and fine-tune a Llama 3 model for tool calling tasks. What we have done here, we have used an open source Hugging Face dataset. We have augmented the data with the reasoning and COT data. And I think many of you that you are listening here, I believe you are familiar that COT data has been proven to work in many use cases. And finally, we have saved this data as a Hugging Face dataset. And we used to train it and fine-tune this model using TorchTune, and we also have it supported on Onslaught as well. The process is simple. 4 steps. Ingest, create, curate, and save and format your data. First, we ingest an open source tool calling dataset from Hugging Face. Then we create an additional chain of thought data to help improve the model reasoning and decision-making capabilities. And then we curate it carefully to make sure that we have a high-quality data. Finally, we saved everything in a Hugging Face data format, which is ready to be used for fine-tuning with TorchTune and Onslaught. And here is the result of the fine-tuning effort in action. We have used BFCL v3 as the widely adopted metric for tool calling, and everyone is familiar with that. So let's break down how this approach translated into concrete performance improvements. So using the same synthetic data recipes and fine-tuning flow, we saw consistent perf gains across Llama model variants. Llama 3.8b showed 6% improvement on tool calling. Llama 3.170b showed 9% boost, and 3.370b showed up to 13% perf gains over very complex multi-tool tasks. So you can see the model is either on par or better than some of the other open source models such as DeepSeek v3, Gemma 3.27b, and Qwen 2.572b. That's the power of a scalable, reproducible customization. Now let's take a look at the demo and see the tool in action.
Here's your first look of Synthetic Data Kit. It follows 4 simple steps where you can ingest your data, create the format you care about, curate your dataset with Llama as a judge, and then save it to a format with which you can fine-tune. Here you can see we're running a VLLM server and we're ingesting the Llama 3 technical report. With that, we create question-answer pairs, and then we use Llama to curate high-quality examples by rating these pairs. Finally, we can ask the CLI to save these in JSON-L format. And here's about 100 question and answer pairs that it curates for us. All of this is customizable, of course, using a config. Check it out now.
We believe tools like these are best built in the open. And that's why the Synthetic Data Kit is fully open source now. So you can find everything on the GitHub, code, template, data types, documentation, and everything to get you started. We are actively looking for contributors, whether that's helping with new generation patterns, task support, or improving the usability. If this toolkit helped you, or if you have got ideas that how to make it better, we would love your input. Let's keep building this ecosystem together. And this is the cookbook we have been talking about. It's designed to give you practical step-by-step recipes to build on top of Llama. Just like in the kitchen, sometimes you need the right combination of ingredients, whether that's prompt, data generation, fine-tuning techniques, or evaluation strategies. The cookbook brings them together in one place, so you don't have to figure it out alone. Whether you're migrating prompt, generating synthetic data, fine-tuning model, this guide walks you through the process and help you move faster. Let's take a closer look at what is inside the cookbook. The cookbook is organized into 2 main sections to help you to get exactly what you need. Getting started. This is your Llama 101s. It walks you through the basics. How to set up a fine-tuning flow, how to run simple inference, how to set up a simple rack, and then end-to-end use cases. This is the section that goes deeper, show you full recipes for real-world applications. Either it's building a robust chatbot, creating agentic flows, or even making podcasts from your PDFs with Llama. Whether you are new to Llama or looking for advanced recipes, this is the cookbook that got you covered. Let's now take a look at some of the recipes that we have in the cookbook. Here is a getting started notebook for you to walk you through how to build on top of Llama 4. We show you the basics, how to set up your Llama 4 and do simple prompting. We also talk about different features of Llama 4, long context. We demo how to feed a 1 million context length to the Scout model. We also show you how to use multimodality and multilingual capability of the model along with function calling. This should be helpful for you to have an easy start and get your hands dirty with Llama 4. Here is one of the end-to-end recipes from Cookbook that I really like. This one shows how to use Llama to triage your GitHub issues, automating the process of categorizing and prioritizing issues in your repositories. It walks you through everything, ingesting GitHub issues, synthesizing them, and creating dashboards. This is a great example of how Llama can go beyond chat and summarization and integrate directly into your developer workflows. Now, let's take a look at another end-to-end recipe. And this one is about building an intelligent browser agent using Llama. Imagine an agent that can browse the website, read the content, and take actions, all powered by Llama. This recipe covers setting up Llama to process web pages, design prompts for browsing tasks like summarization, extracting data, or answering questions from a page, and integrating Llama with the browser automation tools like Playwright. The result? A smart agent that doesn't just respond, it interacts with the web for you. So this shows the flexibility of Llama and how it can fit into complex real-world systems. Today, we talked about 2 new tools and recipes that we have been building for you, and we have open sourced everything on the GitHub. So we have been talking about the Llama-prompt-ops as an optimization tool for your prompts. We also talked about synthetic data kit that helps you to move faster with your model fine-tuning, and the Llama cookbook that is gonna be your friend in building real-world applications. Please check them out, give us feedback, share your thoughts on how to solve your needs, and contribute back. Let's build together. Thank you.